in a time when entertainment was limited and children would still play outside. There lived a family, the Newmans. Mr. and Mrs. Newman had 3 children. Michael, the eldest, was 15, James was 13, and Thomas was 11. The family lived in a small town in England, in a 2-bedroom bricked terraced house, with dark green sash windows and a front door which had the number 62 displayed at the top of it. The house was in the centre of Westfield Road. It was a quiet town, apart from when you would hear a loud noise that echoed out of the house whenever the 3 boys would be up to mischief. Michael was very energetic and troublesome. James was quiet and shy but very imaginative. And Thomas, well, he was mostly calm but easily agitated. It was a struggle for the family with only Mr. Newman's income, although they managed well. They are a loving family, like many others, and like to live a simple life. This was all about to change, especially for James. It was a Friday morning. As usual, Mrs. Newman was downstairs getting all the packed lunches ready. She walked to the bottom of the stairs and called, "Come on, it's time for school." Oblivious to their mother's call, James, Michael and Thomas just lay deep into their sleep. Mrs. Newman, a very punctual lady, realised that her sons, like every other morning, had ignored her call. She walked upstairs, muttering to herself, irritated with every step. Once she reached the landing, she stood outside her son's bedroom. Quickly she realised no one was awake. Mrs. Newman burst into the bedroom and yelled, "Children, it is time for school." All 3 leaped out of their beds, startled, each one rushing about, not really knowing what to do with themselves. Michael pushed James, who fell over all tired. "Really, do you have to do that, Michael?" Michael smiled. "Of course I do. You are my brother. It is my job." James, Michael and Thomas ran down the stairs and jumped into their regular seats. They all poured their chosen cereals into their bowls. As they started to eat, you could hear the sound of scavenging animals eating. "Can you hear yourselves? You sound like 3 little pigs that have just dived into a trough." This said by Mrs. Newman as she cleaned the kitchen. All 3 brothers ate their cereal so fast to the point they had to stop when the cold milk eventually hit their sensitive teeth, all 3 pairs of eyes squinting. Mrs. Newman walked in and picked up the bowls. "That serves you right for scoffing your breakfast down," Mrs. Newman said as she smiled and walked back into the kitchen. "Now brush your teeth and don't wake your father," she added, as her sons slowly walked up the stairs. Of course, Mrs. Newman's voice had already reached through the walls and woken Mr. Newman. Mr. Newman's bedroom door opened. James, Michael and Thomas scurry into the bathroom to brush their teeth. "Come on, lads," droned Mr. Newman's voice as he walked to the toilet next to the bathroom. By the time Mr. Newman came out of the toilet, all 3 were downstairs, ready and waiting at the front door. "See you after school," said Mr. Newman in a tired voice. He did not even look downstairs as he walked across the landing. Mrs. Newman walked to the bottom of the stairs. "Don't forget, me and the boys are going to see Grandpa at the hospital after school." You could slightly hear Mr. Newman's tired acknowledgement coming from the bedroom. "Right now, children, let's get moving. We don't want to be late for school," Mrs. Newman said as she rushed the boys out of the door. Now the Newmans regularly took the long walk to school, Thomas overly wrapped up from the cold, struggling at the back, James irritated and complaining about the fabric of his jacket, walking beside his mother, and Michael ahead, climbing trees and walking along garden walls, to be continued.